First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to those great millstone, while lunch is truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great and powerful lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is, they hunt our steps in the streets. So I like to say shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope to sweep you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by China 12 News, WJTV, out of Jackson, Mississippi. So it reads, it said, Mississippi bill to offer bounty hunters $1K for illegal aliens. It says here, Memphis, Tennessee, it's a bill that would allow certified bounty hunters to assist in identifying and reporting undocumented immigrants was introduced in the Mississippi House of Representatives Wednesday. House Bill 1484 proposed by the DeSoto County District Attorney and authorized by State Representative Justin King said would create the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. The program would offer a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they help fluctuate. Let's see what else we got here. Wow, man, this is something here. It says, according to the DeSoto County DA office, the reward would be funded by the General Assembly and administered by the state treasurer, and is intended to encourage collaboration between law enforcement and private citizens in identifying individuals unlawfully residing in Mississippi, so thereby assisting U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement, ICE, in their removal efforts. So we see right here, this place is getting ready to become just like the Wild Wild West. You know, right now, you already know that also was in the news that they have frozen, or they have pretty much shut down the Civil Rights Department. So you already know what they mean for people of color. You know, so now that Trump has gotten into office, and he's constantly signing all these executive orders. So now right here, talking about bounty hunters to hunt so-called illegal migrants or undocumented illegal aliens down. So we seeing right now these things, it's about to get serious. Jacob's trouble is fast approaching. We already knowing that the elder Tahar was already deemed this year the hopeful year of Jacob trouble, and also the downfall of Esau Edom. So we already know that we're very close, man. We right here is saying that certified bounty hunters to assist, identify, and reporting undocumented migrants was introduced. So, man, it's going back to the good old days. So we seeing that old ancient hatred of Esau Edom, which in fact is the modern day so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the red man, not white, red. And one thing about it, we know that we are very close to all hell breaking loose. We goes over these things left and right, seeing right now, it constantly, gradually bringing it to pass. This devil's getting ready to move, So when you get around to it, look up this bill, House Bill 1484. So this right here is right here in my own backyard, So these things are happening at a fast pace, and a lot of people right now are not realizing that the severity, what is getting ready to happen. All of a sudden, these things will come upon you. So man, these things are at the door. So let's get them right here. So right now they're saying that anybody that can report it, and they want to hire these so-called bounty hunters. Also, they just like these bounty hunters are a whole lot. They just like what you call these. What they call these people. These they call marshal something. They call the marshal. I can't think what else they call these other people. They come in to get you. They call them marshals or something, something with Marshall in it. I can't think of the name of it, but someone that that look at this lesson, put it in a comment board. It's called something. These marshals, they can come in and come get you the same way, but these bounty hunters, they're gonna do any means necessary. They might as well throw in dead or alive, because exactly what's getting ready to happen. So a lot of things are getting ready to happen. It's gonna be great death, great mourning, great sorrow. Talking about sending these proposing a bill for bounty hunters, man. It's getting real out here. Jacob trouble is fast approaching. And also, once again, this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. Man, we're constantly warning you left and right. Let's get one of these reports here. Let's go here. It says, that's which one I want to get here. It's another one here I want to get. It's this here. I think it's this one here. That's just the one I want to pull up. We'll read a little bit of this one too. It said Trump. It said this one here is by Cron 4. It says here, it said Trump, new Justice Department leadership orders a freeze on civil rights cases. So, man, we already know what this is going into. So this right here, will give the rights to a police officer, someone in law enforcement, that they pretty much can do any damn thing. Don't need a warrant, whether just come right in or whatever. They, it's gonna be justified. They can go in and already killing us, killing people of color left and right, and it will not, it still ain't getting justified, but this time it'll be just like it's legal, say we can go ahead on and kill them and nothing going to be done about it. Basically what this is going into, just trying to give you a little what's happening here, but trying to say it in a matter whereby they won't take the video down. It said, and also it's going into your free speech. So these things are coming. Persecution on a massive level is coming. So, man, Biden is done started this mass deportation. So these things are picking up left and right, just coming, just rounding up people. So we already knowing they're gonna start these checkpoints, checking people for their identification, checking you for all sorts of things. People of color. So right now, a lot of these two-thirds, these wicked Negroes, these wicked Latinos, these wicked Native Indians relaxing in their leave, still, in the house of mirth, still partying, drinking, getting ready for the Super Bowl. This man constantly rolling out right before your eye. Bounty hunters now talking about freezing the justice, the civil rights division. So, which in fact, we don't give a shit about that. No, it's none of the civil rights leaders. They did a damn thing for us anyway. You know what I'm saying? You already know what Martin Luther King, he wasn't, no way. So that's a whole nother story. Let's read a little bit of this. It says here, Washington AP, it says, President Donald Trump, new Justice Department leadership has put a freeze on civil rights litigations and suggested it may reconsider police reform agreements. It said negotiated by the Biden administration. So according to two memos obtained Wednesday by the Associated Press. So this man, he's signing away, freezing stuff, doing away with a lot of things, firing a lot of people, bringing forth this new system, this totalitarian law, We already know it. We are very close, They want to bring forth this NWO, very close. It says attorneys in the Department's Civil Rights Division were ordered not to file any new complaints, mentions, beliefs, or other certain court papers, until further notice. One of the memos said. Let's see what else it says. Another memo directed by attorney to notify leadership of any settlements or consent decrees, court enforceable agreements to reform police agency that were finalized by the Biden administration within the last 90 days. So we already know about this police reform. They already were talking about. They were trying to. It was another bill they were trying to get passed, but all of a sudden he's putting a freeze on all of this. You know, you already know it happened with the guy that. This lady, what was her name? The one that said, in the name of Jesus, you know, and the man shot her. What her name? Sandra Massey. What's this other lady name? There's so many others, you know, and also the guy that got his dude put the knee on his neck over there in I can't think of the name of that city. But anyway, a lot of these things right now, they're gonna be justifiable, you know, so it's gonna be like a police state, you know, going and doing whatever they want to do, you know, hunting you down like a dog, killing you in the streets. You know, that's what happened back in the 60s. So we're seeing that now, this that the past is getting ready to repeat itself. But 10.0. So we're seeing that the old ancient hatred of the so-called white man is coming back. The good old boy network to make America great again. You know, so we're seeing right now, Trump is igniting a whole lot of things, you know what I'm saying, like a domino effect. So these things coming into place. So let's go here before we start the video. Let's get a couple of quick precepts. And man, I'm telling you, man, this devil here is getting ready to come down with great wrath, you know. And also one thing about it, we're asking the Lord to disappoint him, you know what I'm saying, which is thy sword, you know what I'm saying. And one thing about it, we know that the Lord is getting ready to cut this man off. You know, his reign of terror is almost over. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12 said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea, and inhabitants of the earth, Salakia, and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that he has but a short time. So that's what he's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to roll it out. You know, we're seeing it happening right before our eyes, constantly putting all these things in place. And who will be most affected by the so-called people of color, which in fact are the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Indians. I'm talking to you. And one thing about it is that a lot of our people right now still, you know, just going around with their happy life, thinking that this is not going to affect them. You know, it's going to be city against city. It's going to be nation against nation. It's going to be race wars. It's going to be civil war, civil unrest, rioting, all sorts of killing and being killing, robbing, stealing, and killing and raping. These women are getting ready to be ravished. Let's read this once again. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12 said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that he has but a short time. And who is this devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And one thing about it, when you go into that word, this devil goes into a deceiver, you know, someone that opposed the will of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we already knowing that we are so very close. These things are right in front of us, you know, and hey, man, these things get ready to pick up. Let's go here to Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 18. It says here, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. So our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So that's who is hunting you each and every day, constantly doing all these different police brutality, police shooting, you know, just left and right, you know, just, you know, they come to your house and next thing you know, you are unalive, you know, they talking about, we're here to help you. That's why the Lord said, never trust thy enemy. You know, as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. So we're seeing right now, this man is getting ready to show forth his horn. This man is getting ready to show forth, you know, who he really are. You know, they getting ready to turn up. But one thing about it, when they turn up, the Lord is going to turn up. So let's read this once again. It said, Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 18. It said, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Said, our end is near. Said, our days are fulfilled, for for our end is come. So, so we already know that 2 parts therein will be cut off and die. So right now, like a lot of, they hunting you down in these streets, starting with the northern tribe, but we already know it's going to start also. It's already begun. It's already been going on with the southern tribe, but it's going to be on a level like you had never seen before. So these things are fast approaching. And the men of the Lord, we're constantly warning you left and right. A lot of people are going around here still join hand in hand with the enemy. Love the oppressor, love all sorts of affliction. They love it here. And one thing about it, we already know that right now it's getting ready to be a great separation. You know what I'm saying? The true believers and also the wicked, you know what I'm saying? Which in fact includes these 2/3 and these heathen nations. The Lord is getting ready to bring forth that judgment like we have never seen before. So this man is constantly putting things into place. We're seeing that the system is constantly changing. We're seeing that this government is constantly crumbling around us left and right. This man is trying to be a king of Babylon, which in fact he's king of Babylon right now. You know what I'm saying? Nero in the what? In the spirit. So we're here. So now let's go into the day's video. Let's go into the day's video. We started day's video. Got a few videos, and after video we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
We have some big news coming out of Mississippi where a new bill introduced will now offer $1,000 to bounty hunters for identifying and reporting an illegal immigrant in the state of Mississippi. I wish I was kidding, but this is a real bill introduced today. Before I continue, if you don't yet follow me on my Instagram, YouTube, or Substack, that's where I'll be if TikTok is ever banned or if I can't get into this app for whatever reason. 1484 was proposed by the DeSoto County District Attorney and will give certified bounty hunters $1,000 for each successful deportation they're able to help facilitate. These bounty hunters are not law enforcement officers, and now they're essentially being offered $1,000 for every undocumented migrant they're able to report, identify, and deport. Now, given that this is Mississippi, this legislation is not far-fetched and may very well pass the House of Representatives, the Senate, and signed by the governor, Tate Reeves. But there is still some time before it gets there. A similar bill was recently proposed in Missouri as well. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about, and more to come very, very soon.
The Justice Department just shut down their Civil Rights Division, which is what holds police accountable when they violate rights in arresting people. So essentially what that means is they can arrest you for no reason, like they always do, but now there's no recourse for us. We no longer have any civil rights. They don't have to respect our civil rights because we can just sit in jail with no charges and no due process and just rot away. Because you don't have a right to privacy anymore. You don't have a right to free speech anymore. You don't have a right to a trial, to be represented by an attorney. You don't have a right to speak to an attorney. You don't have a right to remain silent anymore. You now are probably going to be forced to incriminate yourself. And if you don't, they can beat you.
We are getting reports from the Washington Post this morning that Donald Trump has temporarily shut down the Civil Rights Division of our Justice Department. The hypocrisy here is immeasurable. The Civil Rights Division protects marginalized communities and keeps an eye on our cops. They are shutting down investigations into local police forces. This after Donald Trump just issued a blanket pardon for 1,500 people who stormed the Capitol and beat up Capitol police officers. The Civil Rights Division keeps cops honest. It has investigated the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department after the killing of Breonna Taylor. It investigated the Minneapolis Police Department after the killing of George Floyd. In the past decade, the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department issued scathing reports, sometimes entering into consent decrees with police departments like Los Angeles, the Phoenix Police Department, the New York Police Department, recently Baltimore, Worcester, Massachusetts, Oklahoma City, and of course, Ferguson, Missouri. The Civil Rights Division of our Justice Department has repeatedly accused many of these police departments of using excessive force, unjustifiable, deadly force, unlawfully detaining homeless, discriminating against Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. The Civil Rights Division of our Justice Department has accused our local police of violating the rights of people exercising their First Amendment protections. The Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department has accused local police forces of discriminating against people with behavioral health disabilities. It is the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department that tries to keep the cops from being fascist. Donald Trump, according to the Washington Post, has ordered a freeze on all civil rights enforcement inside our Justice Department. This is unprecedented. Damon Hewitt, President and Executive Director of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law, tells the Washington Post this morning, quote, "It's beyond unusual. We've never seen this before at this scale with any transfer of power, regardless of the ideology of any incoming president or administration." He went on to say this should make Americans both angry and deeply worried. This is more than just a changing course of philosophy. He said this is exactly what most people in the civil rights community feared. A Justice Department that was created to protect civil rights, literally abdicating its duty and responsibility to protect Americans from all forms of discrimination, unquote.
Y'all heard about Donald Trump's latest attack on DEI? Yeah. He just revoked a civil rights era executive order signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965 to prevent discriminatory practices in government contracting. So what Trump did on Tuesday is he revoked Executive Order 11246. That was put into place so that any contractor who did business with the government and accepted over $10,000 could not, by law, discriminate against potential employees and their workers when it came to their sex, gender, race, or religion. With a stroke of a pen, Donald Trump ripped it apart. Bye-bye to all of those affirmative action protections that were put into place to help and to protect marginalized groups and communities. Why? Because DEI is under attack, and as a result, anybody who is not a white man is under attack.
See that? The one that is not what she said, a so-called white man or the red man, you know what I'm saying? It's under attack. So who is under attack? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jacob Trouble is about to get real. We're constantly warning you left and right. So let's go here. Let's start here at, let's go here to Psalms chapter, let's go rolling in the spirit, Psalm chapter 17, because he's getting ready to use that sword. He constantly taking away all these different laws and different bills that he was put into place, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we already know this place is constantly turning back into that old ancient hatred. We already know what happened back in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? We know what happened back in slavery. We know what happened back in 70 AD, but it's going to be far worse. But one thing about it, the Lord said, he would deliver, you from the same, talking about the elect, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. So let's read this right here. It says, Psalm chapter 17 and verse 13. It said, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So one thing about it, we already know who is the wicked. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, the modern day so-called white man, so we already know right now he's, trying to get that Proud Boy, the Good Old Boy network. And also, this remind me of a couple of Westerns I used to watch about these slave patrol going and hunting down, Jake back in the day, hunting you down, any means necessary, putting up posters around different cities and stuff. Have you seen this man? And the reward is They said $1,000, so we already know they're gonna up the ante after they get it started. So we seeing right now they constantly put all sorts of things into place. Why now? Because we already knowing that what he has a very short time, and also we already know that, which is the Lord's sword. So the Lord used this man from the left-hand side, but only for a short season, to do the Lord's bidding, that sinister side, the left-hand side, but only for a short season. But we know that sword was his blessing. So we already know right now he's getting ready to use his blessing in a big way. And also we know that he's getting ready to use his greatest sword, which in fact the Lord, put the spirit on those scientists to create those IBCM missiles. So we're very close to that. That's what we're asking the Lord to cut him off, to bring him down, cut this man off, man. The Lord deliver us from this red devil. So now let's go here to, let's get this one here. This man he has power to kill, exactly what he's putting all these things in order to make it okay for him to shed blood. That's what he like. Said, thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. So let's get this one first. Then we'll go to Ezekiel chapter 35. Let's get this one here. Ecclesiasticus of Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13. And it reads, said, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. So shall thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. So remember that thou goest in the midst of snares or traps, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. So one thing about it, that's exactly what's happening. We walking in the midst of snare, in the valley of the shadow of death each and every day, on every corner, everywhere you look, death and destruction everywhere. You got to be careful. You got to be redeem the time. You got to be circumspect, because right now this man right here has power to kill, which in fact is the sword, of the Lord. And we constantly wonder you left, right. So a lot of our people right now, are joined hand in hand. A lot of our people right now, they love these heathens. And the Lord said, don't be joined to them. You join to them when the Lord returns, you will get thrust through with that sword. Amen. We're constantly wondering. So this man has power to kill. Let's read this once again. Ecclesiasticus Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13 said, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. Says, so shall thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. So one thing about it, we got to be watching. We got to be redeeming the time wisely, what I'm saying? And we knowing that right now we are so very close. This man is moving with warp speed. This man seeing that his days is determined. So we're very close. So we already knowing that this man is getting ready to do a whole lot of killing. But one thing about it that, it's not going to work out the way that he think it's going to work out. He is going to get unalive also. He's 2/3 and they also. So it's going to be a big, bloodbath. So let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 35. Let's get this one. Ezekiel chapter 35, and we'll start up. Let's start up. Let's see where we'll start up at. Let's go down to verse 5. We read verse 5. It says here, Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5, it said, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Said verse 6, therefore, as I live, says the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out, and him that returneth. Man, I'm telling you, but the Lord's getting ready to do a whole lot of killing. He said, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills, and in thy violence, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Verse 9, and I will make thee a petrol desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So the Lord is getting ready to do, a whole lot of killing. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this, man. The Lord said they would build, but I would throw down. So one thing about it, since thou hast not hated blood, which in fact is Esau, this man is getting ready to do a whole lot of killing. And one thing about it, but he only doing the will of the Lord from the left hand side. Now he's talking about these bounty hunters. They already got these ICE agents, going and running people down, coming to people's job, coming to people's home, just coming into neighborhood, going door to door. And one thing about it, they thinking that you are undocumented, they're going to take you in, separating family, exactly what the devils want. But the Lord is causing this to happen, and one thing about it, we're seeing right now that that Donald Trump, is constantly making it good. He's constantly making these prophecies, speaking up. And just like I say, you never know. He could get unalive himself. So we're gonna see how these things play out. But one thing about it, we are so very excited. Let's get this right here. And a lot of our people right here, they comfortable here. They talking about what Trump is going to do for them. But hey, man, this is not your rest. This place will destroy you. Let's go. I think it's Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Micah chapter 2 and verse 10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So one thing about this is not our rest. A lot of people right here are comfortable here. People, they are constantly trying to accomplish something here, getting ready for all sorts of things, like what's Mardi Gras down here in the South, or with the Super Bowl, and constantly trying to accomplish something, trying to get more, trying to achieve more, like what I'm trying to say here is trying to, a lot of people in college trying to get more degrees, get a better paying job, more money, chasing the bag. None of those things is not a hill of being, trying to be famous, trying to be a man of reputation. But one thing about it, if you're not seeking the Lord, you are going to be unalive. And one thing about it, we know that MOTB is fast approach. We goes over these things left and right, and we know it is coming. An RFD microchip. The MOTB. It's at the door. Let's read this once again. It said, Micah chapter 2 and verse 10 said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So one thing about it is that we knowing that, we seeing all these things that they're putting in place for what? People of color. This is getting ready to come against you. That old ancient hatred. They want that back to do their will. And also to make you a petrol slave. Give you that badge of servitude. We're not ignorant of Satan's device. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to Jeremiah. We'll close out here because it's even the time of Jacob's trouble. Well, who should be saved out of? The 1/3, the house of David, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's get this one here and we'll close out. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. It said, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? So as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7. It said, at last, for that day is great, so that is none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So we know that we're coming upon that time of trouble that we've never seen before. So we right now, we're still eating right now good. We still are working right now, but it's going to come a time whereby, Jacob is going to be in trouble. The 2/3, and one thing about it, we already know they putting all these laws, they are putting these, different shutting down different divisions, civil rights division, which in fact, we never had civil rights, no way. So we really don't give a damn about what they really trying to do, because we know that the Lord is going to cut him off. And one thing about it, let's read this once again. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7 said, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who shall be saved out of the 1/3 remnant? The house of David. The elect, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So one thing about it, we already knowing that, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but that third will be saved out of it. Because we trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also we know this man is constantly bringing forth all these different unrighteous decrees, these laws, these mandates, these bills that she's constantly putting in place right before your eyes. And once again, the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. Watch, pray, and trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is They Hunt Our Steps in the Street. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.